Audacious move.
What is going on, guys? TVM here. Welcome back to the Road to Glory. The most comments ever on a Road to Glory was yesterday's episode, and it was basically everyone trying to guess my age. I had to scroll a long time to find someone who actually guessed it right. A lot of people kept saying between this and that. There were a lot of 32s and 33s. You were close, but you weren't quite there. Someone said 36. Are you joking? I don't look 36. I'm 31. A lot of people have got really good memories in what I said, because someone said in a previous episode, while looking at a Scream Fellaini, you said you were older than him, and he was born in 87, so I'm guessing you are too, but he didn't say an age. But there are quite a few people who said 31. A few of those are on screen right now, and the rest of the legends who I completely forgot are also on screen as well. So thank you very much to you guys for the kind words and all of the comments. You guys went ham on the likes and the views as well. I really do appreciate it. If we can get as many likes as we possibly can on this video, that would be fantastic. I have some Rivals gameplay in the background. Played a couple of games. I think I played 3. Didn't lose any. I think I drew 2-1-1, which isn't amazing. Hopefully I'll be able to kick on tonight and just clutch rank 2. I did a little bit of squad battles as well. I'm actually kind of enjoying it. I'm not playing like stupid levels. I played 2 games. I'm only going to show you footage from the one though, because I didn't record the other. But I played one on legendary and I played one on professional. I'm not bothered about hitting the upper echelons of points. I just want to be able to play it comfortably while watching something, not paying that much attention to it, and manage to get a decent amount of points. The reason I picked out that comment about the Scream Fellaini is A, good memory, and a lot of people were saying, oh, I remember you saying this. Someone said, I remember you said you watched Jari Litmanen play, so obviously he's been retired XX amount of years, you must be this age. He said at the end, do you do merchandise? And the reason I want to point this out is because yes, I do, and someone bought some the other day, which just blows my mind. He sent me a DM, and he said, look what just came, and he had TVM merchandise, and like I've only got 2 designs. One of them has got like a big squiggly TVM across the chest, and the other one is like a little crown with TVM written underneath. It's not that big, but I'm hoping over the next few weeks, not starting just yet, I need to get some first because I don't have any in sort of backup here, but I might do some giveaways for some merch if you guys are interested, just for Road to Glory though, just on the Road to Glory. You guys are obviously loyal, you come back and watch every single episode, you like the episodes, you get involved in the comments, so I might do some giveaways regarding some merchandise. Not that anyone's really going to want to wear it, but I think it looks decent considering I made it myself. The big talk at the moment is the patch. RobFoot99 says, by the way, the new patch has really screwed up the game. Auto-defending is even more OP, and shooting has been nerfed. And no disrespect, Rob, but you are talking out of your backside, mate. You've clearly had a bad game and decided that it's time to trash talk the patch. And a lot of people were doing this as soon as they released it. But if you really start playing it, you'll notice that the game hasn't changed, like, at all. Like, they've done nothing. Like, they said they have, but they haven't. You can see the aim cones of shots. He'd been on the field, by the way, a minute, and he scored the winner. Crazy. You can see, if you look at the pitch notes, you can see the aim cone of the shots. And if the ball's being played from a certain angle, it'll now go all over the place. Rubbish. It's exactly the same as what it was. Managed to snipe an Italian Parma centre-back or left-back for 1,000 coins, and that's about 5 or 6k less than what they normally go for. And that's, I think, what I'm going to do over the next day or two, is just every now and again I'll check it. If there's one going cheap, I'll buy it. We'll whack it in there. We've only got 3 teams to complete. If I have to pay full price for these players on Thursday, I will. But for the time being, I'm just sort of see if I can pick them up cheap. We beat a squad battles team 5-0 on legendary. That was the massive amount of points we got, and then I just whacked it on professional. Didn't even score 5 on this one, and I actually conceded one as well. I wasn't paying attention at all, and that's kind of what I wanted, really. I didn't want to concede, but I didn't want to have to pay too much attention. So yeah, no disrespect, Rob, but I genuinely, if you feel a difference, then that's on you. But I've been playing the patch for a week because PC get it a week early, and I genuinely, I mean, look at that. I've just scored that, and I was hit it too late, and I wasn't facing the goal, and it's still gone in. And you could say, oh, it's against the AI, it's different. And yeah, it might be, but again, I hit that too late and it still went in. So I don't think shooting has been nerfed at all. And they haven't even touched AI defending. Like, there's nothing in the notes about it. So I don't really I don't see where people are coming from with that. It's just a case of people want to blame something because they've had a bad game, or maybe they've come back to the game after a couple of days, or even the next day after the patch, and they've just had a bad session, and then it's just something to blame. So as I said yesterday, and earlier in the video I'm sure, I am going to complete this Marcos Alonso. The reason I've done it, by the way, is because we got ourselves an untradeable Skriniar in yesterday's video. We already had one in the club, so what I've done is I've switched those two, so the one with the record will remain in the club. This Skriniar will be submitted, and it kind of pushed me over the edge because I had Brahimi in there, and Brahimi was around 12 to 15,000 coins. Obviously, we've saved that now with this Skriniar. I kind of worked out how to make it slightly cheaper as well. So the goalkeeper has cost me 5,000. We went out and bought Carvajal for 12.5. We already had Nacho Fernandez in the club anyway. Albiol cost me 7,009, so a little bit more expensive than what I wanted to pay, but still. Jonas we had to convert, but we already had the items in the club to do that, and he cost me 3,003, and then I've managed to use this card that we already had in the club, and now my game is frozen. No, there we go. Willian Jose. We already had him in the club, so that doesn't feel like I've spent anything. And then I went out and bought Salvio for 6,009, which was, okay, we already had Batshuayi, but I couldn't use him, so I had to go buy Salvio for Kem. But either way, that entire SBC right there, if we're looking at money that I've literally just spent, it's less than 30,000 coins for sure. What's that, 5? That's about 13. That's 25-ish. Okay, so 30, thereabouts. Okay, maybe slightly more. But either way, that is the only money I've spent on the entire SBC. Let me submit that. We now have ourselves Marcos Alonso and a 35k pack to open, and it cost me about 30,000 to 35,000 coins in total for that card. Now, that card is not worth it, for sure. It's not a great card. However, it will get upgraded to an 86 in a few weeks once Chelsea progress through the groups. And then, of course, it'll continue to be upgraded as we progress. Now, if we go and get ourselves Kante at any point, we will have a hard link to Marcos Alonso, and we'll be able to get the chemistry, and he'll be able to fit into the team should he ever get to the rating we want him to, and to be usable. Failing that, though, it's a card that we could potentially rinse in an SBC again. We obviously have Skriniar, the one with the record of 110 games that I can put back into the club now. He will fit back into the team until we can complete the League SBC in a couple of days. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, I'm happy with that, to be fair. I know a lot of people might have been... I'm doing this before you guys have even had a chance to tell me your thoughts in the comments. I'm literally doing this immediately after I finished recording yesterday's episode. And I'm going to open that 35k pack right now. Hopefully we can pack ourselves... hopefully we don't pack Skriniar, but hopefully we can get something decent, because that 100k pack let me down massively and I was annoyed by it. If we can pack something decent here, though. Not that I'm expecting a walkout, but a decent board would be nice. No walkout, as you would imagine. We don't get a board. EA really don't like me at the moment, and we get ourselves Corona, which is not great at all. Something decent in here. Player pick. We get DeMarcos. My transfer list is full, so I can't check. DeMarcos might be worth something, but he might be a little bit too low rated. The player pick is... the player pick is rubbish. I might go for Belhanda just because he's 80 rated. Yeah, let's just do that. Why not? Now, with that being said, we are live now, by the way. And I've sold a few bronze players. I did some bronze pack method yesterday. Just after I finished my squad battles, I say session. I literally played 2 games. Sold a squad fitness for 1,300, which I genuinely am surprised went. I think that might be a lazy buyer because they're only selling for about 1-1. Sold all those for well above discard value of bronze cards, so we'll get rid of those. And if I just skip to the end, we don't have anything. I've got so many top racks that I need to get rid of. It's crazy. So tomorrow is the best day of the week. It's rewards day, and obviously at the moment I am a little ways away. Nothing too crazy, you know. We're about 3,000 points away. Obviously it'll be a little bit more. There's only 15 hours left though, and I think I'm probably going to take the untradables, which is 235Ks, 250Ks, 215Ks. The reason I want to do that is because there are so many SBCs coming out now, and we're getting quite close to Footmas as well. So I want as many high-rated cards as I can possibly get to go towards SBCs. They seem to be releasing Europa League cards like every day as well. As you can see, we're currently Gold 3 squad battles. I am so tempted, because I haven't even played the featured squad yet, I am so tempted to push and to try and get like Elite 3 or something, because even Elite 3, you get a 35k pack and two 25ks. That every Monday would be sexy. And I'm currently at, what, 6,500 points? I mean, I don't know what Elite 3 standard is points-wise, but if I can just keep on top of it with like 2 games a day, one on Legendary against if you see like this kind of opponent here, I could beat that on Legendary with my eyes closed, I'm pretty sure. And then if I can play, I mean, this guy doesn't have the best of teams either, no chemistry whatsoever. I could beat that on Legendary, I'm sure, as well. So 2 games a day on Legendary, maybe even 1 on Legendary, 1 on Professional, or 1 on Beginner, just in the background. If I can do that, then there's every reason to believe that I can finish Gold 1 Elite 3. Gold 1 isn't the best. 15k pack, 25k pack, Prime Mixed Players pack. The Prime Mixed is a pain in the ass, man. I really don't want that. But if I could scrape Elite 3, you know, I mean, that's not too bad. I mean, 1 week I could really go for it, but the rewards aren't amazing. But I don't know how difficult it would be to finish top 100 on PC, you know, because the player pool isn't massive, so yes, okay, the points are going to be big for these 3, but getting into top 100 might not actually be that difficult, but you don't get amazing stuff for finishing top 100, so maybe not, maybe that's just a pipe dream. Either way though, the SBCs are interesting because, like I said, they keep releasing these Europa League cards. Obviously, Jonathan Tah, I didn't want it, the chance is pretty much gone now anyway. Milinkovic-Savic was one of those cards that I looked at instantly and thought, yeah, he's decent. And yes, of course, he will get an upgrade because Lazio will progress. You know, chances are they'll probably go through maybe even one stage past the first round of 16 or whatever it is. Maybe into the quarters or something. There's a chance he might get 2 upgrades. But even then, I would prefer 9 Golan. Then we have 2 interesting ones. Of course, we've already done Alonso. You've seen that. Henrik Mkhitaryan is interesting to me because I've built a team with him in it just out of pure curiosity, because Arsenal are one of those sides that could go quite far. They are one of those sides, of course, that could get knocked out straight away, but I think it's safe to say that he's going to go to an 87, and even as an 86 he's got a pretty decent card. As an 87 he'll have above 80 finishing, his long shots will be very close to 80. His short passing will go 86, 87. Ball control will go to 90. Dribbling will be close. Composure will be close to 80. His reactions are going to go up. His stamina's already good. That's a good card. And it's not, like, stupidly expensive. It's a good card. What I was thinking of doing, and I don't think I will do this, but it did enter my mind. I built a concept squad of what we could potentially have. Did I do copy B team? This is it. This is what we could potentially get if we were to do Mkhitaryan's SBC, which wouldn't cost us an awful lot. We could do it. We could do most of it with what we have in the club. I'd probably have to give up something like Koke, maybe our Alexis Sanchez, and then I'd have to put some money towards it. But then Aubameyang would be the main bulk of the money, and obviously that's going to cost us a lot, and I would be heavily reliant on rewards to do it, but it works chem-wise, and we can keep Dybala. Even if I decided, you know, I'll sell Dybala to fund Aubameyang, that works chem-wise as well. Okay, granted, we do lose Aubameyang, so I now lose my left footer, because I think Mkhitaryan is right-footed. He is indeed, but he's got a 5-star weak foot. But it's an option, and I wanted to ask you guys whether that's something you think I should do, or should I keep it to not strictly, but should I try and keep as many sellable players in the team as possible at any one time? Because obviously, if for whatever reason we get a red player pick that isn't Henrik Mkhitaryan, and it's some, like, I don't know, David Silva or something, I'm not going to want Mkhitaryan anymore, and then that's just wasted coins, you know? there's a lot of ifs and buts here. You know, if I did this, it would mean that I'd have 2 very expensive players in the club that I could never sell. And that's something that I kind of wanted to avoid. And I know that I won't be able to afford all this in one go. Robertson could go back in there. We could even get the Reb Robertson player pick. We could put a normal Cancelo in there for the time being. We will get the League SBC Skriniar, so he's out. We could use him in an SBC for Mkhitaryan or something. Is this something that I should consider doing? We do have a few days. We've got about a week left to decide, 5 days, to decide whether this is a good idea or not. Maybe we look at what untradeable rewards we get and then decide. But I'm kind of leaning, I'm very much leaning towards no. Just not because I don't want them, because I think they'll be fantastic, but just because they're untradeable. That's the only reason. I mean, that card right there is great. And I've heard a lot of good things about it, but it's untradeable. So if a better version comes out, or we pack a better version, yeah, we're stuck with an 89 untradeable that we can't do anything with, bar SBC fodder. And you can get 89s for like, what, 50k? So, yeah, it's a lot of money to spend. Now, as you saw earlier, I did where is he? I did this bag of rubbish down here, this Marcus Alonso card. Oh, I've tried him. Okay, granted, I've played 1 game with him, but he is god-awful. Don't like him at all. He's really slow, really sluggish. No amount of informs is going to improve this because his agility, his balance, and his acceleration is just far too low. Granted, I've only played 1 game with him, but I don't like the normal card, and I knew I wouldn't like this. But it's not that I'm that bothered by it, because I'm still alright that I've done it. I'm still happy that I've done it, because A, it's going to go to an 86. Chelsea could go all the way and win the Europa League, and we had the stuff in the club pretty much to go and complete it anyway. So it was kind of like I had to complete it. It wasn't that I'm doing it to put into the team. I still want to get this Tellez card, who is now going to cost me like 165-ish thousand coins. Hopefully with rewards tomorrow that does go down, and hopefully we get a decent SBC tonight for a player that we can actually maybe go and get that we really want to put in the team. A lot of people are predicting the new icon set. You know, maybe, I doubt it, but maybe it won't require an icon. Maybe they release a baby icon set. Of course, we can still get the 20-game loan for Aubameyang. Is that something maybe we should do for the weekend? Just to have him there potentially as a super sub. I think it requires an 82 rated team. That is another option. Get your answers to all the questions I've asked in the comment section down below. And yeah, I'll get round to answering them in tomorrow's episode. Tomorrow's episode, of course, is rewards. I'm very excited about it. Hopefully, like I said, I can kick on and get rank 2. We've only got gold 3 rewards, but hey, last week we pulled Dybala, and of course we do get 2 player picks, so you never ever know. It looks like a decent team of the week as well. If you've enjoyed this episode of The Road to Glory, then do me a favour and hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and until the next time, goodbye.